Alright, another game for today. We have APBR versus TNC. MPL PH Season 15, Week 1, Day 2. Let's go. Okay, here we go, game number 1.
Here in game number 1.
Wait, how many players do they have?
Rome Trio
6, 7?
are all predominantly magic damage.
There goes the Abyssal Arrow immediately as early as less than a minute into the game. But Yaoi still with the ejector flicker will be able to commit onto there, but it's
dead.
That's the first blood drawn by AP Bren.
A very good maneuver here by Chokescrew. I think he baited someone to get thrown. That's not him. I forgot who that was. And it worked very well for them. I think it was Kekadon. He got thrown back by the Jawhead ejector.
It's just when we thought Yaoi was about to run away.
Yeah. In terms of the emblems, nothing too fancy. Or Rupture on the Selena. And yeah, the typical bargain hunter and the Inspire for the Harith. So, very conservative right now after that initial salvo for the Little Wanderer. I think Yaoi will have to think twice about being aggressive with the Jawhead. I like the tough boots rush.
Selena clearing speed is crazy.
Control that he has to deal with against TNC. So far, the Joy, Selena, and the Hylos are the ones heading to tempo.
Yeah, it kind of feels like AP Bren and their river control might be a little limited in terms of like, because they have to manage the wave clear or put a little more effort into managing the wave clear with the Selena here. But let's see how this goes.
Speaking of effort, look at that. Good zone.
Oh wow, the Eternal Guard immediately used alongside the ejector. Kekadon might just be
Hylos dead.
He will be the first to fall, but who will be able to secure the turtle? Lancy!
Vexana.
The last hit on it instead. Will they still go
Damn.
after AP Bren? It seems like no, not unless they seem to be playing a little more careful, but Yaoi won't let go of the vision, and he still goes for it. Unstoppable Force onto James Pass, and he will be able
Yaoi,
to
man.
take him out alongside Zaida. There might be another casualty for them. This is too much.
That's a good
aggression
damage from
coming
there, but not enough.
TNC Pro Team, Lord JM doing it again. Perfect. Set up with the wall and the knockback as well to disrupt James Banks. Although I believe it was the Eternal Guardian that actually got the last hit on that turtle with a swipe. Because I was looking, it wasn't the Cursed Blast. The hit of the Cursed Blast landed after the turtle was taken down. So yeah, that's the first turtle for the EG of Vexana.
Wow, okay.
It's for Vexana, not for the jungler.
It worked out very well. It's also like, I think it's percent HP damage, so that's why it was pretty good in securing that. And overall, James Banks was given a lot of pressure in that last engagement. He's basically being forced to, in the Filipino term, he's being forced not to play here by TNC for some reason.
They don't want to see the million moves in action. They're limiting so much of James Banks and his movements, and it seems like the farming patterns are more efficient for TNC.
Good stun, but Flicker, oh my god, Jawhead dead. Hylos also dead.
But James Banks will use her, but oh no, there's a flicker from Goldhead, and
Joy.
he still makes it. And here comes Zaida as well, taking out top skirt. There's a flicker from him, but he won't be able to survive. They're still jumping in, able to take the trade.
He killed him.
But there's a Terrify, there's a flicker as well, and this might just be the disengage, unless Zaida still wants to go for it. Evil Queller.
That was a good one. 6-3. 1.6k gold lead for TNC.
You know what? If Kekadon's gonna be putting himself in some danger and maybe get picked off, we gotta be ready to respond. You know,
we have another turtle.
To flicker in, toss him back. We gotta be ready.
Is this another
Catch
toss?
him.
Oh my goodness, he didn't
Don't
even
die.
need to do anything aside from
he
the
survived.
Evil Queller.
It felt so easy. Every time that Unstoppable Force is pulled down, it feels like Yaoi can just take it non-stop. But at the trade here, it is AP Bren with that turtle.
Yeah, say what you will. Yaoi on a Jawhead, literal throwback.
I cannot imagine how annoyed AP Bren are right now with the constant ejectors, even onto the tankiest members, even onto the front lines. It feels like TNC, they're just that confident because they have enough damage to deal with those tanky frontliners.
Yeah. You're even happy to commit a flicker just to be able to throw someone. That's Yaoi for you.
Yep. Good old pick-off style, run and gun, all speed play style that Yaoi showed and excelled with to make sure he won a world championship. Thunderbelt already there on the Badang quite early. Glowing Wand for the Vexana. It's a talisman for the
Badang is so annoying. So annoying.
Only up to one item. Each Hunter Strike on the Granger and the Starlium Scythe on the Harith.
Yeah, and it seems like they're typical.
Oh, Yaoi is so aggressive.
Will that be the best way to go? since TNC is really aggressive at this point, and they might not be able to sustain much of the team fights if ever TNC keeps going at it with this pacing.
The threat of doing that over and over again is your enemy kind of just gets wary. He gets used to your movements. Like every time you flare up, they just know you're gonna go in. So I wonder if that's gonna come into effect here in this game.
TNC now committing a 4-1.
Let's fight.
James Bank's top side, while Zyda's doing the same, managing the far lane for TNC Pro Team, and AP Bren have
So they both
Wise and Guardian
have
adjusted to
one titles.
Yaoi's aggressive posturing.
TNC 2.5k gold lead
Kekadot has some help
because of
nearby,
kills.
and Chovskirt is actually getting helped out right there in the mid lane to clear it out faster, but up top, James Bank.
Joey.
Trap him here under the turret, and even under the turret, take him
Oh, and he
out.
survived.
Zyda's
Flicker.
now unstoppable, and
Nice.
they meet. The junglers meet in the top lane.
So it seems
Now they're
like
gonna
they
get
are doing
free
exactly what
turtle.
we thought they were. They're stopping James Banks from even going into the map.
Even getting the trades.
Yeah, Zyda showing off his experience. Oh, yeah, we get stunned.
Oh, will he be taken
Uh-oh.
out here? Will the damage be enough? That's another ejector onto Kekadot. And
He's
the damage
dying.
force, the damage is there, but the glorious pathway might be able to allow him to escape. But there's respo from Lord JM.
Good
as
trade,
well as
good
Lamsey
trade.
with a flicker. They
Let's
are
go 1-1.
being So confident
That's
right
it.
now.
Absolutely
Poor
good
roamers,
response there
man.
from their opposing side here. And don't forget, top lane's also getting pushed in. All that gold going over to Zyda as well. 5-0 and
Yeah.
3 right now on the Suyo.
Yeah, he's really showing off his experience as an MPL champion, a two-time, well, a back-to-back MPL champion, and finals MVP
Two-time?
as well in Season 2. So Zyda really just showing why before James Banks got here, he got here first.
Oh. And they're literally not allowing him to even farm.
That's right.
I couldn't be exactly sure as to how much gold difference is currently existing between these two junglers, but even just in terms of levels, looking at it, that's a 2-level gap immediately. Yaoi, will he go for another ejector play? James Banks is already here, using the electrifying beats on
This
Yaoi.
Hylos, poor
And there
Hylos.
goes the beautiful Deathly Grasp alongside the Eternal Guard. Kekadot will try to run away.
Oh,
They
Zeta
up
going
there,
in.
But there's the conceal,
No,
and they might
they
be able
ran
to
away.
escape, but there will
Okay.
not be able to live.
TNC Pro Team, the lineup they brought
So
up here
there is the
after
only
this
one who
making their
died.
debut in the MPL, of course. Yes, Kekadot and Dare are coming back to the MPL, but they are a debuting team. They show up with a lineup that are just smothering you. We know what Jawhead brings to the table, paired up with
This Bedang skin looks like
physical
Gato
defense
to Cancer right
with
now.
Suyo. We know what Suyo does. We know how well just Harith can be
From this
annoying
POV,
with if you
I
don't
mean.
get to shut him down early.
No.
So that's what they decided to draft against AP Bren. Smother them.
Well, the damage
Yaoi is
Those are
always
two
in
episode
fight.
arrows consecutively hitting Yaoi, but he still has the
He
flicker, and there's a
survived.
beautiful counter
Oh my
engage.
god,
Oh,
Badang.
and now Kekadot as well.
Causing.
Will
Oh,
be a double kill for Kozen.
How do you
snap.
play if you're if AP Bren here? It's so hard to
This is
actually
too
even
hard
out of the
now.
map. And even when you think you're gonna get the kill, you get denied.
And another denial as well for James Banks
Okay.
himself. This first Lord might just really go into the hands of TNC. I mean, even recalling what happened earlier, it seemed like the perfect moment for AP Bren to go in. Yaoi was so low, the flicker was forced out. But how could you not anticipate that counter attack coming in from Lord JM?
Yeah, they got baited into that. The fist break paired up with Eternal Guardian. Lord JM and Lancey were just watching. AP Brent said go. Lord JM said no. And Lancey said y'all are gonna get blown up. What a counter by TNC.
Yeah, that was great.
Basketball terms, that is called denied.
Yes.
It's a huge block.
Yes, it is.
Right? It's just no going around it. That was a good response from Lord JM this time around.
It's like, you know, when LeBron James is a really good block, he go, block by James. I said, block by JM.
I think this gonna end in
Lord
here.
JM, isn't he Lord JM?
Why do I want to say that later?
Maybe later.
Maybe if it happens again.
If it happens again.
But hopefully for AP Bren, it doesn't. Holy Shields are about to pop right now since there's a minion in the middle lane. And they still have a Lord marching up top.
Yeah.
I really gotta say, Lord JM or Lancey, if they win this, either of them have to be the MVP. Let's see if he can do it again.
Up front.
Wait,
Yaoi.
so arrow connects onto Kozen, but they still won't go for it. Yaoi
They stunned
kind of
him.
low. Oh, they just need one more hit. And then might be a successful
Oh my
defense
god, Lord
from
disappeared.
AP Bren. They eliminated the
second.
threat of another ejector play from Yawi.
Nice sidestep as well from Lancy, being very aware.
That was first Lord,
And
bro.
that's AP Bren basically denying the attack as well. No Lord push happening today.
So we have a game, but 8.3k gold.
School Echo Express play
Too
style that
much.
we're seeing with Yawi on the jawhead again with a throwback. Oracle second
They
item
need
for the
to
cooldown
farm
reduction,
somehow.
cooldown reduction, great itemization, same as well here for Zyda, knowing he got the snowball, already got the BOD and the Blood Wings for the Vexana. Still waiting on the items or the second item of the Selena, gonna be a while.
Whoa.
Dominance Eyes only for that high loss.
Selena has no money.
Yeah.
So that's just
Nasty.
how difficult the situation is for AP Bren, whereas their junglers are like 4k apart.
Yeah, and James Banks is struggling to get any farm, any XP whatsoever.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it could have been better, but I wish I was an Aurora. You're up against literal phoenixes. How do you put out fire? Use some ice.
Give some.
That's logic.
Yeah, I'm just using basic common sense right now.
Less the ice does melt, and then
But,
you're
and again,
it's slippery, bro.
yeah, you would have. It would have been so great right now if they had the frigid glacier as
Yes.
the counter engage
Agreed.
to the eventual entry of Lord James. Imagine if Lord James there is like, ha, I get to fist break you. If that was an Aurora, suddenly, wait, why is there ice forming underneath my feet? He gets frozen. The counter engage of TNC is a little bit tougher. Yaoi might not be able to escape. It's gonna be harder for Kozin as
Yeah.
well.
That's true. And maybe some of these Granger shots will sink in even more.
Yes.
Even easier to hit the shots.
Yeah, I mean, all the range that AP Bren has right now, they couldn't really maximize it to its full potential. TNC just keeps closing the gap. So even when you want to like...
It's so
open
hard
up
to
far,
hit Selena
leave up for
stun.
the moment, that doesn't really happen.
In
TNC
ranked,
just keeps going for
you
it.
don't have players like
Something
this.
happened here?
They
Oh,
avoid it so
maybe
good.
not for them
Oh
because
my
TNC
god,
will
there.
want to start the fight once
They're
more.
dead.
There is down for them and they're in full control of the Lord.
Yavi,
Kekedon,
very
will
low.
he be able to find a way for his teammates to go
Wait,
in? That's
are
another
they
arrow
winning
from the
teamfight?
top skirt.
AP
Yawi is
Bren.
quite low and now they know that there is no ejector.
No.
Oh, Yawi gets taken out by the Lord. James Banks finds a way in, but it's too late.
They got
Kaido
Lord,
already
they got
secures the Lord.
kills.
Kozen takes
That's
down
it.
Kekedon. James Banks dashes out of that fist crack, but Zyda's still chasing for him. But the Lord immediately spawns too.
Okay, Zyda's not letting James Pax go home. He wants to
Chase
chase
it.
down the joy!
Just when you thought you were out, you get pulled back in.
Damn.
What an angle!
He read him.
Anticipated that dash coming in from James Banks and Shizu. A solo
This is
from
over.
Kozen. He's not waiting for the Lord anymore. He's just dancing with his Zaman Force.
Oh my god.
As well. Top skirt's the only one left, and there's only so much
That's
he can
it.
do. TNC takes
Damn.
game number 1.
With Rage
That's a
and
fast
Fire
game number 1.
pushing out AP Bren. 1-0 for TNC. That was
Whoa.
not
Too dependent on whether or not he's able to do
Zay
that.
down Suyu. James on
This time around, we are on game number 2.
Joy.
James Banks is running it.
Yaoi's signature pick.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
Look at this Yowie boy.
Already
Uh-oh.
disrupting and annoying the heck out of James Banks. There's a lot of info for the Suyo.
All right, so
He
that's what
missed
you want to
this.
see. That's what you want to see with Yowie. Everyone just loves watching this guy play. And it is very effective. Info gathering early on. Just knowing where your opponent is a big deal.
And paired up
Yeah.
with the Barca in the early stages of the game, it could really deal out the necessary damage against your opponents. And this is quite a very similar scenario to what we saw in game number 1. The rotations of AP Bren, they aren't that efficient in the early game. Like,
Yeah.
it's slower, way slower compared
AP
to how TNC is
Bren.
able to do
I
it.
said a PBR.
Yeah, I mean, Lancy.
Oh, first the throw. Oh, they dive
Oh.
in. They get the first blood onto the member who we
That's a
mentioned
good
should be performing
Wait,
a
who
little
died?
better in this game.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, we
respect,
died.
by TNC Pro Team. They knew what a CC could bring to the table.
One
what
for
Air could
one.
potentially
That's
bring
okay.
to the table, and they said, you know what, let's shut that down early. Meanwhile, AP Bren has shut down Yaoi's aggressive rotations at the bottom lane.
Fairness, that was a really good answer. At the same time, might have been just like a sacrifice play. Just making sure that you have good gold on your jungler again this time around.
So let's see if AP Bren are able to show us a better control in terms of the early game this time, since I don't think they're being that threatened. They're actually trying
Turtle
to
up.
go up
Let's
a
go.
lot more compared to the previous game.
First fight.
But they force out the feathered airstrike early on.
Bit of a miss there on that first one, but did some good damage on Chokester.
Oh, Kekidot trying to interrupt as well. The members of TNC taking down the turtle, but they still secure it
Oh
for
my god,
themselves.
oh.
Lord JM goes in, taunts Kekidot as well.
TNC got turtle.
There's some really mad sustain coming in from them. But
Oh,
there's
Gato
the
going
counter
in.
charge as well, and
Nothing
Kekidot
happened,
will
but
not
Hylo's dead.
survive that.
Insane
Huh.
zoning, literally surgical.
They got a kill and turtle.
That's
That's
engaged by
that's
Yawi,
good.
the Avatar Guardian, in the
1K
perfect
gold
spot to
lead.
cut off the exit route.
And Zyda also making sure that he'll be able to land his stun to start here for TNC Pro Team. Everything is going to plan for them, and here comes Yawi providing the vision again. Again, Farsa, a hero
Yeah,
that is
Yawi doing
famously
great
blind,
job.
and Yawi providing the vision for her.
Giving so much
They
vision.
just keep making sure that they know where James Panks is, that Kekidot is really poked down. I mean, he hasn't even gotten his level 4. He doesn't have his ultimate up until now. There's no glorious pathway. Probably just now, but there's the way of the dragon. I think he's been the recipient of it.
Oh no,
Hylos
Hylos died again.
Aggressive here, TNC just maximizing this choke pick and actually boosting Kozen's gold here, as well as the Suyo.
Kekidot way too deep there. Shouldn't have been there without proper help near him. He is up against a Cho, and there is a high risk that if he's caught out at the wrong time, he's just going to get picked off. Because if the Cho's there, that means either the Farsa or the Suyo are going to be close by. And so far, that hasn't changed. Zyda, Zyda, Yawi, and Lance have been a hit squad all around the map.
I mean, look at them now. 4 of them once again.
Oh,
towards the top of the
Yawi,
mountain, and there's
damn,
no
that
way
was
he will get out of that
great
alive.
for them.
They're doing this like clockwork. Go bot, go top, go bot, go. It's uncanny.
CC is getting bullied
Yawi
right
of
now.
the Dragon has found itself home. And Yawi still showing off why this is his
Game. They're controlling the pacing and the momentum is clearly theirs, but Chokeskirt, oh, an abyssal arrow to
Uh-oh,
the face. Lance
first
picking it up,
up.
and he still has the flicker,
They're low.
but AP Bren might just go for this. There's the
Oh, Joey jumping around.
Electrifying beats onto
Yeah,
four
we
members,
saved
but
them.
there's the sustain still from TNC and the counter Avatar of the Guardian. where
Nice,
Zyda
so you
makes
got
his
it.
way inside and gets that turtle. And now
Another
they're
one.
proceeding with the fight. It seems like James Pass has found his
Shut down,
opening.
though.
Lord JM, will he be able to survive this? There goes the Yo-Yo Blitz, but they will escape.
Let's
Even
go,
with
boys.
all
Let's
the
fight.
traps that
Yawi,
laid
you're
down
scary.
by Chokeskirt, it's surprising that it's hard to actually read what TNC is doing on the map if you are AP Bren.
I'd like to think that they probably have
careful.
an idea, but they just can't keep up.
Yeah.
Or you know what's happening, but you can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
Like, something like that.
Yeah, I agree. It feels like that's what we're seeing right now. AP Bren are just trying to find some semblance of an opening. Again, playing it around the traps and the arrows of the Selena. High risk. So far, no reward for the
They got a
decision to
tower.
prioritize the Selena in the series.
How do you play against that? There's too much zoning, information,
Oh!
and even when you go for opposite trades around the map, there's Zyda
So-
waiting for you. Oh, Avatar of the Guardian onto
clicker.
there. Will they be able to pour all of their resources onto him? The Vengeance is casted. There's the Glorious Pathway as well. But
Who's
look at all
that
the damage
there?
coming in from them, but there is
Shizu?
mobility, and there is Shizu going in.
Shizu, be careful, bro.
For just a bit, okay.
I clenched.
They were like, why?
Like,
Why do
Zyda,
you do
I mean,
that?
excuse Shizu, whoa.
I wasn't
okay.
expecting that too.
Shizo nerves of steel on this guy.
Oh! Wait,
Oh,
no,
flicker's
what?
in?
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
thought we were
What
gonna
is
land.
happening here?
Chokeskirt committed the flicker
we,
as well.
we couldn't even see Chopskirt anymore.
They're all so aggressive.
That's just how much range TNC has. They're just controlling every single area in this map.
Yeah, they're losing out on the map control pretty heavily.
Yeah.
The only upside I can pick for James Banks is at least he still has access to his buffs.
Yes, the
At least for now.
the early shutdown on the XP made a huge difference for TNC. But does AP Bren still want to go for this? They
No, I
casted
don't
the
think they
curtain
can.
call,
Okay.
but they were too far away. And Zyda, just look at Zyda.
It's up on bot. No resistance whatsoever. It feels like Zyda can do whatever he wants on the map so far.
And just that
Oh,
conceal
no
play was
way!
enough
Oh
to surprise
my
AP Bren once
God.
more. There will be taken out alongside the tier 1 mid lane turret.
It caught
Yeah, we're
by
doing a
surprise.
great job
Even-
right now.
Even there was delayed on the Vengeance.
Oh, and there's the feathered
God.
airstrike too.
Oh,
Two of the tankiest
Damn,
members
they got
supposedly are
Hylos
down.
and
it's
CC.
good to see him back home, landing those iconic Way of the Dragons and Jeet Kune those flickers from out of nowhere. Yawi is back in the
Look at him.
Philippines.
He is Cho, he is him, and there's just no substituting one of the best Cho players of our time.
Alongside that, The other members of TNC Pro Team have been fantastic as well. Lancy, Zyda, Lord, JM, and Kozen.
They're gonna get
TNC,
Lord.
they are on fire.
I can definitely feel how
Yeah, but
excited
the thing
they were
is,
to play this
TNC
way.
yesterday
Now in
had
full
like so much
control.
lead, so much
Only a
control,
Gavin,
but
as you've mentioned.
they couldn't
So nostalgic, and I feel like a lot of fans are celebrating at what they
finish.
see. Oh, and there he goes
Only
again,
PH.
taking out Dare and Decadot 2.
He's dead again. Oh my god.
Goodness, look at that damage, but the fight is still going on.
Who is there?
Destruction doesn't connect,
Oh
and
my
Johnson
god.
falls. James
This
back
is
as well.
wipe out.
Only Shizu's left alone.
No minions.
Missed on the Spear of Destruction. Everything is going topsy-turvy here for AP Bren.
2 games, TNC ended up with a very comfortable tempo-setting roam pick
Yeah.
for Yaoi. Jawhead in game 1 and the iconic Cho in game number 2, and TNC has looked comfortable all series long. Lancy and Kozen with their reach, and Lord, JM, and Zyda with their perfectly timed entries every time.
There we go, level 15.
Yeah.
Zyda hit it at 9 minutes and
Oh
50
my.
seconds.
It feels so limiting for AP Bren. Like, how could you make a play with this lineup knowing that you're playing from behind? There's little to no setups, but for TNC, there are overwhelmingly endless setups coming in from Yaoi. And even Lord JM, I don't think we've seen him use the Avatar of the Guardian to start things up entirely. It's always Yaoi.
It's for the safety. And it's working out so well for them. Kozen is having a fun time here. Dare is
Let's
not
see,
allowed
is
to
this
play
gonna
on the
end
map.
here?
Earlier it was James Spanks who couldn't walk out. It's now Dare.
Almost 9k gold lead.
Oh!
Oh my god,
And
he's
on
still
to
going.
Decadot.
Wait,
Once
he got
more,
stunned.
They burst him down. There will be a trade onto
Nice.
Yaoi though, but they take out one of their front lines and they gain access to this inhibitor turret.
Oh, Joy
Decadot
so
from behind,
far.
though, finds Lancy.
Back
Goes able
line.
to dodge him, but they will still proceed with the fight. But
Oh,
there's too much
too much
damage coming in
damage.
from those bullets, and they will take down the mid lane inhibitor turret.
Possible here. Shizu still fighting about out in the end.
Could this be a triple?
He gonna die.
And it will be, but he will fall. But that's already enough for the Phoenix Army.
Is this
They
the
are
end?
definitely on the rise, and
This is
Zyda
the
makes
end.
quick work of the base. The Phoenix
Damn,
Army
that
bounces back
Granger.
and secures their first win of the season.
God damn.
And it's a 2-0 at bat. The Phoenix Army is burning. They are roaring with fire here in day number 2.
That's it for this one. TNC won. Congratulations to you guys. That was a good game. I'm gonna watch now Onyx PH versus Aurora. I'm very excited about that match because yesterday both of them won. I will upload this one and watch that one at the same time. So see you guys there.